You've been living in a dream world, Neo.
and we were discussing the lie. Everything he was telling me was different from what we were being told was the truth. And at one point I asked him, I said, man, you guys, you lied about a lot, didn't you? And instantly he said, no, we didn't lie about certain things. We lied about everything. None of it was true. So we lied about everything. None of it was true.
From
in
Mark
space,
Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah. So
yeah, all
because
the
you can
time.
see,
Yeah,
because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
Yeah. It's not
which
a
is a
black
cool
void.
thing.
I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets. You can
Right.
see moons.
You see the gas, Magellan clouds of the
You
Milky Way
see
galaxy.
the Magellanic Clouds.
Magellanic. See, I just went to
well,
Magellan
there's a large
clouds. I
one
didn't
and a
want to
small
try.
one, right?
Mr. Armstrong, I do realize that when you were on the moon, you had very little time for gazing upwards. But could you tell us something about what the sky actually looks like from the moon? The sun, the earth, the stars, if any, and so on?
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon. The Earth is the only visible object other than the sun that can be seen, although there have been some reports of seeing planets. I myself did not see planets from the surface, but I suspect they might be visible.
When you looked up at the sky, could you actually see the stars and the solar corona in spite of the glare?
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics. I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the solar corona what stars we could see.
I don't remember seeing any.
Yeah.
Because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
Yeah. It's not
which
a
is
black
cool
void.
thing.
I mean,
The sky is a deep black. We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics.
yeah.
Because you can see the stars.
The sky is a deep black. We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface.
Earth is a level, motionless plane with the sun, moon, and stars revolving over and around us just as you experience every day. The North Pole is the magnetic monopole center point, with Polaris, the North Pole star, situated directly above. Polaris is the only motionless star in the heavens, with all the other constellations revolving perfect circles over the Earth every night. The so-called planets, known to the ancients as wandering stars, were named such because they were observed then, as we can observe today, to wander the heavens, taking their own unique spirograph-like patterns, making both forward and retrograde motions over and around the Earth during their cycles. Meanwhile, the fixed stars were named such because they were observed then, as we can observe today, to stay fixed in their constellation patterns night after night, year after year, century after century, never changing their relative positions. If Earth was truly a tilting, wobbling, spinning space ball, as NASA and modern astronomy proclaim, rotating 1,000 miles per hour on its axis, revolving 67,000 miles per hour around the Sun, spiraling 500,000 miles per hour around the galaxy, and shooting off several million more miles per hour through the universe, the star patterns would never look the same 2 nights in a row, let alone be fixed in exactly the same constellations for thousands upon thousands of years. The reality is that the Earth and Polaris do not move, while everything else in the heavens revolves over Earth and around Polaris, east to west, like in a planetarium dome. Our Earth planetarium, however, is so vast that perspective won't allow any observer to see all the stars simultaneously from any one vantage point. We can see Polaris, Ursa Major and Minor, and other northern constellations from every point north of the equator simultaneously, but conversely cannot see the so-called South Pole star, Sigma Octantis, the Southern Cross, or other outer constellations simultaneously from every point south of the equator, because they all sweep over a great southern arc from their rise in the evening to their setting in the morning. Facing north, the stars turn counterclockwise from right to left. Facing south, they turn clockwise from left to right. Facing east, they rise in front and set behind, while facing west, they rise behind and set in front. So their apparent motion, angle, and inclination changes depending where you are on Earth and what direction you are facing. But their actual movement is always east to west. the most marginalized, ridiculed, censored, and hidden fact in history. If this fact was made known to the world at large, just this one fact has the power to completely transform the world and everyone in it for the better, holistically, in a myriad of ways. Our rulers are well aware of this, and that is exactly why this truth has been held from us so expertly for so long. It is about the truth of who we are, where we come from, the actual position and significance of humans, Earth, the sun, moon, and stars. The fact is, the Earth is flat and motionless. That is all. And that is the revelation that will finally break the matrix. You have been taught from the earliest ages that you live on a spinning ball, that NASA has sent men to the moon, that satellites are hovering in perpetual orbit overhead, that an international space station contains astronauts free-floating above us, that the Earth is a ball that tilts, wobbles, spins on its axis, and revolves around the sun, and that all these, and you, are the result of a Big Bang cosmogenic explosion 14 billion years ago which created everything out of nothing. Yet nothing could be farther from the truth. The truth is simple and easily proven. You can see for yourself, the horizon is always flat, and you can measure using sextants, theodolites, and lasers to prove the Earth and its massive oceans have absolutely no curvature whatsoever. You can feel for yourself that the Earth beneath you is motionless, and you can measure, as Michelson, Morley, Gale, Sagnac, Airy, and other scientists have, to prove that the Earth is completely motionless. That's right. It has been long proven by several scientific experiments, even in the elitist peer-reviewed journals you critics constantly harp on about, that the Earth is a stationary plane. The reason you haven't heard about it before is because the media is controlled by the same people who created this deception. The only time you have ever heard a flat earther mentioned in the media, it was in jest or ridicule. The only thing you have ever heard about flat Earth is that its adherents are ignorant idiots. Sorry to burst your space bubble, but if you still think you're living on a spinning ball in 2016, you, my friend, are the ignorant one. Millions of people worldwide are waking up to this incredible rediscovery, and this flat Earth movement has the potential to bring about positive change on an unprecedented level. Like a balloon held underwater for 500 years, the momentum of truth rising to the surface is causing and will continue to cause huge ripples in the control system. As the spinning ball Earth is finally being exposed worldwide for the 500-year deception it was, Earth's entire population is suddenly being faced with the reality that every government, every space agency, university, secret society, religious organization, mainstream and alternative media outlet have all been duplicitous in propping up a monstrous manipulation to fleece and control the masses. The resulting mass mental exodus away from the control system is exactly what humanity needs. Once the flat Earth truth gets out, these lying politicians, spokesmen, reporters, and teachers suddenly change from being heralded voices of authority to being ridiculed, shunned, and denounced as they deserve. Once the flat Earth truth gets out, these governments, universities, media outlets, and other entangled organizations, which have long been hard at work weaving this multi-generational cosmological myth, suddenly and completely lose all credibility. Once the truth of our flat Earth gets out, so does the truth of these few elite families and societies who have kept this most important and fundamental reality from us for these hundreds of years. Essentially, once the flat Earth truth gets out, so does every other important truth by proxy, because this mother of all conspiracies holds under its umbrella literally all of the other conspiracies and exposes them. As a result of deeply understanding this and wanting to bring about a better world, it has become my life mission to spread the flat Earth truth to everyone. I have written 2 books on the subject, The Flat Earth Conspiracy and 200 Proofs the Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. I have restarted the International Flat Earth Research Society and maintain a website with hundreds of articles on the subject. I've done Flat Earth radio interviews, made Flat Earth FAQs, Flat Earth shirts, written Flat Earth rap songs, audio, video books, documentaries, and created every other kind of media I can think of to try and promote this message. Now in just a few short years, thanks to the efforts of the rapidly growing Flat Earth community, this has gone from a completely unknown, undiscussed topic to one of the highest ranked Google search terms on the internet, with tens of millions of hits monthly. If you still haven't done your due diligence in researching to know for yourself 100% that you are living on a flat, stationary plane, please look into the links provided. And for those of you who do know, I implore you to help my mission, Operation Spread Flat Earth Truth. Simply knowing the truth yourself will not and cannot save the world. The only way to save the world is for the whole world to know the truth. As a means to that end, the most important type of activism anyone can be doing right now is spreading these important truths on a mass scale. There are innumerable creative ways to help achieve this. The following are several effective methods myself or friends have had success with. 1. Conversation. One of the best ways to engage people with the flat reality is through conversation. Asking leading questions, dropping hints, or just telling people various proofs and evidences is a great way to wake people up. This only works, however, if you are very knowledgeable about the subject yourself and able to answer every possible question without hesitation, like the liars at NASA do. 2. Viewing parties. Another good way to engage people is by getting them to agree to sit down and watch an informative documentary on the subject, such as my videos, The World's Biggest Secret, or The Masonic Matrix Manipulators. After watching, you can then do your best to field any questions people may have. 3. Book gifting. A great indirect way of engaging people is by buying and giving them copies of The Flat Earth Conspiracy, 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball, or other good books on the subject. If you own Flat Earth books yourself, be sure to let friends and family borrow them as well. 4. School projects. If you are currently in school or university, a great way to expose this information is by writing essays or doing projects which tackle various aspects of Ball Earth pseudoscience or expose true Flat Earth findings. 5. Social media. I have had great success using social media to spread Flat Earth truth. Simply create accounts with all the big social media sites like Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Reddit, StumbleUpon, etc. Join relevant groups and pages, follow people interested in related subjects, and post the best Flat Earth material you can find to as many places as you can, as often as you can. Don't bother arguing with the trolls and closed minds that will inevitably hound you, but rather focus on dissemination, spreading the message far and wide. If people ask genuine questions, be sure to answer, but anyone merely looking to ridicule should be left alone to talk with themselves. 6. YouTube and other video sharing sites. With 13 million hits and growing, my YouTube channel has done an excellent job spreading this message. We need more people to start Flat Earth YouTube and other video sharing site channels, either creating original content or just re-uploading other good content. I personally have given everyone permission to use any and all of my content to help spread the word. Once you upload a new video to YouTube, then go to all your social media accounts and post each new video to all the relevant pages, groups, and timelines you can. 7. Translations. For multilingual Flat Earthers, one of the best things you can do is help translate good Flat Earth material into your native tongue. My book, 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball, has now been translated into 12 different languages and counting, reaching people who would otherwise never have a chance of understanding this material, the majority of which currently exists only in English. 8. Graffiti or artwork. Another great method of spreading the word is through artwork or graffiti. Writing important search terms or keywords and phrases on paper money is also very effective. On the borders of your dollar bills, simply write atlanteanconspiracy.com, ifers.123.st. The Earth is flat. Google Flat Earth. Google Eric Dubay, or other such messages. 9. Pamphleteering or stickers. Creating small brochures or stickers with Flat Earth information on them and handing them out in public spaces is an excellent way to spread the word. Compile several photo proofs or text proofs and put them in an easily printable and readable format, then hand out as many as you can. 10. Radio or TV show call-ins. Many different TV and radio shows give their viewers or listeners the opportunity to call in and talk with the host about certain subjects. A great way to spread the word is either by calling into these shows and engaging them on the subject on the spot, or contacting their producers beforehand and seeing if you could actually be interviewed. There are an infinite number of creative ways we can spread this most important message, but the key is numbers and consistency. We need to hit a critical mass tipping point of awakened individuals dedicated to helping unplug everyone else from the spinning ball Earth matrix. If you have figured out the truth of our flat Earth and realize the amazing positive implications of this being exposed worldwide, please join me on my mission to help spread the flat Earth truth to the entire flat world.